Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Robots and Hardware Unicorn Battle as the first semifinals in 2023. Happy New Year to all of you. We are the world's largest online pitch contest for startups pitching to the world's VCs. Thank you for entering this season with us today, and let's explore the best startups of the year together with us. And now please welcome our charming and wonderful Anna Fedorova, CEO of the Unicorn.Events. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Mary. So nice to see everyone good and healthy in the year of 2023. Can you believe it? When I was a little girl, I never imagined that I will pronounce myself those words 2023, but we are now here at the world's largest startup pitch contest for startups that have a potential to become unicorns, and I welcome everyone. This season, we are doing industry-focused battles because you love them so much. So we are sticking with industry-focused battles for the winter season. AI, health tech, robotics, e-commerce, and something more. Metaverse and NFT special battle for those startups. So be sure to stay with us. Every Thursday, we are online and live. We are happy today to greet you for the Robots and Hardware Unicorn Battle. Our great official judges and expert board will be evaluating startups' investment potential, and at the end, we will have a winner announced. We are live and broadcasting to the whole world, so please share the links with your community so everyone can see you online, and links are in our chat. Our events are happening thanks to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate our platinum sponsor, Network VC, the management company of our global ecosystem and the main center of our venture activities. And you can explore amazing opportunity. If you want to do venture business, consider Network VC as a partner. Please scan this QR code for the details. I really encourage you to do so. Thanks to our golden sponsors, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, an accredited investor, this message is for you. If you want to invest into the startups that win our Unicorn Battles, Unicorn Cup, together with our other VCs and business angels, scan this QR code or go to our event page and join us to participate in great deals. And our silver sponsor is Startup Inc., an investor onboarding and management platform to get an access to the exclusive deals worldwide. Thank you guys so much for supporting us for many, many years. We are scanning the planet to bring you extraordinary innovations from all over the world, but only the best ones make it to the Unicorn Battles. The winner of today's online Unicorn Battle will participate in the Unicorn Cup Finals, March 16th, where he will meet contestants that had won other Unicorn Battles. That's why it's called semifinals. It will be a great happening with VCs and prominent startups from all over the world. So please mark the date in the calendar, and I see all of you online on the March 16th. Unicorn.Events is an open competition where successful startups pitch for private investors, corporations, and venture funds. We are the world's largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. We shed a light on the best startups since 2009 and do our events on a regular basis all over the world. So please join us, follow us and the social media, because we are always something is happening and always unicorns are flying through our pitches all the time. And we are proud to be leading a great community of prominent startups, top VCs, and business angels. And we don't stand in the middle and just love when investors find great deals right here at the event. We had seen it happening many, many times. That is why our numbers are so impressive. We only ask you to remember about us. We have a wonderful venture fund and a syndicate club who wants to invest also in great startups. So dear startups, if you had found an investor, please let us know. Dear VCs, if you had found a great startup you're investing in, please give us a message, a call, whatever. We will really, really appreciate this. Because one of our unfair advantages is a great network of our partners. That's why we can scout all the planet. With our partners, we do local, city, national, community unicorn pitches. That is for small and big ecosystems where startups, VCs, and business angels are. And if you lead a startup community and we haven't been introduced yet, please contact me directly and we'll do business together. Scan this QR code or my QR code right above my shoulder and join our partners network that is covering the whole planet from the USA to Singapore, from Australia to Canada. Welcome. We will really be glad to see you. So welcome once again to the Robots and Hardware Unicorn Battle, and let's see what great discoveries we are waiting for us today. Mary, it's my pleasure to pass the floor to you. Mary is one of our most experienced event managers, and she is Chief Partnership Officer at the Unicorn.Events, and all partners contact her in the first place. So Mary, I'm so glad to see you that you're leading our Unicorn Battle today. Who do you have for us today?
Thank you, Anna. I'm happy to be here as always. And now I'm happy also to greet our media partners. With the great support of these companies, each of our events attracts more and more new startups to our community and to our events. We very appreciate our partners, and I'm excited to greet today ITK Media, GST Venture Studios, Firma D, Silicon Valley in Your Pocket, Uplift Accelerator, and Unit City. Dear all, feel free to check our website where you can find our media partners and more information about them by clicking their logos. And before we start our pitch competition, let's get to know who will judge today's event, today's startups. Thank you to our judges for contributing your time to today's event. And let's start from the special category of our official judges. Anna, be so kind to introduce these people to us today.
Yes, my pleasure, Mary. This category is special because we have different categories of judges who vote for the startup, evaluate startups' investment potential, voting for the startup, and this way we aggregate all the votes and have the ultimate winner. We have official judges, expert board, that's VCs and representatives, accelerators, and other startup-related communities, and also we have category of corporations and business angels, and all of them evaluate startup investment potential. Official judges is a special category because those wonderful people represent not only the entity, but also big startup community. For example, our wonderful Alexander Soroka, who is partner and CEO at Network VC, he represents the whole global ecosystem that Network VC is. Hello, Alexander, so glad to see you in 2023.
Hello, Anna. I'm glad to see you too in this wonderful new season. Our fund usually invest up to 1 million. We are industry agnostic. We are geographically agnostic. We have investments in Latin America, Middle East, Asia, Europe, everywhere. Of course, US, most of our portfolio in the US. We invest on average 2 startups per month. And usually we invest in round A or late seed stages. Thank you very much, Anna.
You are welcome. So glad to see you today. And we are welcoming Kelly Luo from Canada. Kelly is a founder and investor at Mans International. Kelly, welcome.
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for Alex, Anna, and Maria for inviting me. Happy New Year to everybody. So glad to see so many familiar faces. Gaurav, how are you? Walid, Gabrielle. I hope everyone is healthy, safe, and happy this year. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly Luo. I'm the founder and investor of Mans International based in Toronto, Canada. We are interested in B2B technology companies with artificial intelligence, robotics, IoT, and advanced materials solutions in the manufacturing, healthcare, and smart living sectors. So this year, we're going to launch a new fund this March with a focus on ESG investments. So good luck to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly, so much for coming. And we are welcoming Peter Boras from Germany. Peter is a managing director at the Change Company, Germany. Hello, Peter.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Anna, for having me, an invitation. So good evening to everybody from Germany, from Berlin. My name is Dr. Peter Boras. So my background lies is I was studying international economics and engineering. I did my PhD at MIT for robotics. I was a tutor there for 1 year. I built more than 200 projects in the last 25 years. I'm specialized in hardware and robotics. Because I built also my big company in Germany, mostly for the welding. I collaborated with Yaskawa, with Fanuc. So I have really good experience when it comes to the industrial robotics or nanorobotics. I'm appointed as a managing director of the Change group. We are a really big fund. We manage around 3 billion euros. We are industry agnostic. We have offices in Singapore, in London. And we are really active. So last year alone, we invested more than 200 million euros in startups. We love to see founders and CEOs in round A or larger. And this year we will double that. So all the best to our judges to make a really good decision where to put our money, where our worth is, and to all the amazing startups around the world. We are happy to hear your pitches. We are ready to invest. So let's go.
Wonderful. Thank you, Peter, for such an encouraging speech. Wonderful startups. I hope you heard that. And welcome, Peter, once again. And we are welcoming Gaurav Shah, representing India. Gaurav is a managing partner at Ariete Ventures. Hello, Gaurav.
Hi, Anna. Hello, fellow judges. Happy 2023 to all of you. So good to see all the judges and other FRED members here. Hello, everyone. This is Gaurav. I'm from Ariete Ventures. And I look forward to this another exciting, wonderful season ahead and all the pitches today. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Gaurav, so much. And please welcome Walid Abashir, representing United Arab Emirates. Walid is a founding partner at Intuitive Ventures. Hello, Walid. So glad to see you.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year and such a great start for the year with all fellow judges and startups. Wishing everybody a very successful year down the line. My name is Walid Al-Bashir. I'm the managing partner of Intuitive Ventures. And I love to hear about new innovations in robotics and today wish everybody success in the session today. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Walid, for coming. And please welcome Kai Groenewald from Netherlands. Kai is a founder and a principal at Walking Squid BV. Hello, Kai.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everybody else. Happy New Year. I'm Kai. I'm again humbled to be part of this event. First one for me this year, which is awesome. I am focused on the games industry, primarily digital entertainment, everything around it. I'm active as an angel investor and executive, and I work with companies all around the world. I am, though, by trade a mechanical engineer, so that's why I'm super excited to actually be part of this one.
You understand those things, right?
Well, the basics. And I wish everyone good luck and much success.
Thank you, Kai, so much. And please welcome Albena Todorova from Bulgaria. Albena is a venture partner with Raba Ventures. Hello, Albena.
Hello, Anna and Mary, and hello, everyone. Great to be on the first event for me as well this year at Unicorn.Events. I am a venture partner with Rabo Ventures. We are a 200 million fund investing in food tech and ag tech startups, quite curious about automation and anything related with robotics. Myself, I'm sitting on the board of a company. I've looked at quite a few robotic companies in our space, in our industry for a while. So happy to see all the judges, looking forward to hear all the pitches, and good luck, everyone.
Me too, Albena. Looking forward. Welcome once again. And please welcome Gabriel Zanko from wonderful Colombia. Gabriel is a venture partner at Urana Capital. Hello, Gabriel.
Hey, Anna, how are you? Happy New Year. Good to see you, Maria, and all the judges and panelists. Good to see you again. Excited for today. And yeah, I'm based in Colombia, between Colombia and Switzerland. And the last 6-7 years, I've been advising investing companies mostly in deep tech, renewable energies, and blockchain. And looking forward to support the startups today. Good luck. Yeah.
Thank you, Gabriel, for coming. And we also have wonderful judges joining our expert board. Dear judges, please introduce yourself shortly for 1 minute. Please point out geography of investment, your sweet spot, and what startups are you looking for today? And I'll give you the floor. Yes, Gary, so nice to see you.
Yeah, it's been such a long time, Anna. Like
yes.
20 hours.
Exactly.
Nah, it's great to be here. Great to see familiar faces. My name is Gary Fowler. I'm the CEO, president, and founder of GST, Get You Done Venture Studios, a premier AI and quantum venture studio located in Silicon Valley. We believe that intellectual capacity is evenly spread, but opportunities are not. We have 127 companies in our portfolio today, representing 55 countries. That's it. Great to be here. Thank you.
Sounds amazing, Gary. Yes, so nice to see you. Yes, Aldo. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm very glad to be here. Thank you for the invitation last minute. My name is Aldo Esquenone. My background is in electrical engineering. I'm very happy to participate here with you. I'm based in Peru, South America, and I lead VC and also a fintech, Palgo, where we support and be very close to the startup community. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Aldo, for coming. Hello, Sudhir. Happy New Year to California.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Happy New Year to everybody and all the good luck to all the startups. This is Sudhir Kadam. I'm a venture partner at FIDA Growth Partners based in the Silicon Valley. Our portfolio comprises of B2B frontier tech startups in AI, NLP, AR, VR, computer vision, IoT, and robotics. My job at FIDA is to put startups on an early adoption with the right go-to-market strategy and provide market access for growth and scale. I'm also associated with Silicon Valley Syndicate Club and Techne Infinity Ventures, an accelerator fund for the hospitality industry. 6 of the startups in our portfolio have had successful exit. The last one is just recent in smart manufacturing. Most of our exits have been cross-border in China, India, and Israel. I'm also an adjunct professor at San Jose State University for entrepreneurship and innovation. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you, Sudhir, so much. Alison, so nice to see women joining our wonderful community.
Well, thank you for having me. And just like Sudhir said, good luck to all the presenters today. My name is Alison Arnoff. I'm an executive director at Co-Founders Lab. We're the largest location in the world to find a co-founder, but we're so much more. We really are focused on making entrepreneurship accessible to everybody, no matter where you are in your journey. We've launched startup accelerators, and we have lots of new programs coming this year. Personally, I actually have a master's in electrical engineering with a focus on parallel processing and fault-tolerant computing design, and moved from that from engineering to sales, marketing, leadership, and I worked for 7 startups and had 6 exits, so pretty good picker on that. And I currently am an executive coach for tech leaders and a consultant for tech startups. My focus is primarily B2B tech startups. I've done work with IoT, telecommunications, blockchain, satellite communications, and more.
Wonderful. Nice to have you with us today. Dear judges, who is next? If not, we will be going on. Yes, Alvin.
Thanks. Great to be here. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm especially excited about the robots because I started my career programming robots, field buses, and all the reporting in SCADA. So it's tied in very nicely. I'm really excited to be here. And effectively what we do here is we pick up where some VCs leave off by growing balance sheet and enterprise value. Strong companies doing over 500 in profit. And we've grown some companies from as little as 3 to 5 million up to 150 million in annual recurring revenue and profit. And, you know, it's a wonderful ecosystem. Great to be here. Great to see some familiar faces, and the amount of knowledge here is just unprecedented. Great to be here. Thank you.
Wonderful to have you, Alvin. Welcome. And Jules, hello, hello.
Hi, Anna. Nice to see you. Thank you for changing my name, whoever did that. Didn't know how to address that.
It's magic.
It is magic. Nice to see everybody again. Jules Walker, I lead business development for KPMG's private enterprise practice in the US, which means that we are chasing after early stage, later stage startups and offering to help them consulting work, accounting work from KPMG. I also do some angel investing on the side. Both of those roles, both my former role and as an angel investor, relatively agnostic from an industry perspective, but I'll admit that robotics is one of my favorite places to play, and looking forward to the conversation today.
We too, Jules. Welcome. Anyone else would like to present himself and his fund? Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, and we know who you are, Jordan. So nice to see you.
Since you know who I am, I have two things to add. I'm Jordan with Silicon Valley. Anna knows who I am. I don't need to introduce myself. So one thing is, if you're pitching today, this is your day. You are here because we want to meet you. Make it count. Give concise, clear answers. Focus on delivering the message to us, because that's what we're after. The second announcement is I'm forming the United Investors of California. So if you want to join me, please do, because one of us has to sit on the prime judge seat in the future. And we don't want to be relegated to the second tier. We want to be top tier. So if you're in California, join this United California Investors state. We form me, and I promise you we're going to make a difference. So call me.
Wow, sounds really serious. I congratulate you, Jordan. That's wonderful. Thank you for coming today.
My pleasure, ma'am.
And anyone else? Last call? No, Mary, the floor is yours. Let's
kick it. Thank you. And dear judges, I would like to remind you, and to the new faces, I would like to tell how to vote today. We have 4 categories of those who vote, and each category votes separately, but the ultimate winner will be the one. To vote, please find your individual link on your email. Make sure you are logged in under your profile, and you will see our startups' logos and their names. Beneath each name, you will see numbers from 1 till 5. 1 is the lowest mark, 5 is the highest mark. Please vote, evaluate each startup, and no confirmation button is needed. And if you have any questions regarding voting, please refer to our chat, to our support team. Thank you, our wonderful support team, for being with us today. And now we are moving to eventually our startups. And first of all, I would like to remind our presenters and founders that you will have 3 minutes for pitching and 3 minutes for Q&A session with judges. And also, we do not recommend to pronounce out loud any fundraising. Please use our chat or other means of communication with our judges in this regard. Thank you. And now let's start with 1M Robotics startup, the winner of the Unicorn pitches in Israel. And today, Ganan will represent it, and together with Liet, founders. So good luck, guys. Please demonstrate your screen. Stage is yours. You are muted.
All right. Can everybody hear me and see me?
Yes, wonderful.
Fantastic. So thank you, everybody, for this wonderful opportunity. Great to be here today. My name is Gonen Gershuni, VP Sales at 1M Robotics. We develop automated hyperlocal logistics infrastructure. Already today, we're working with exciting, huge organizations around the world with a live working product. We've recently come out of stealth with funding of $25 million in total. We are at round A stage. Again, we've developed a fully functioning technology solution that is already live and running with customers. And that's all thanks to our amazing team of experts and engineers from rich technological background and elite IDF units. Delivery times are getting shorter and shorter. This is not new to anyone these days. But the problem is that to deliver fast, I must have physical proximity. More specifically, I must have hyperlocal proximity. And this means dense urban metropolitan areas. Traditionally, until now, this has been done by leveraging a manually operated facility of sorts. And this brings a lot of challenges. Finding a space, paying high rental taxes and fees, establishment costs, and above all, hiring and training and retaining of your staff. On average, this is around 3 to 5 employees per shift. Multiply this by 2 or 3 shifts per day, and it's a headache. Take this to a global scale, and it's an operational nightmare. And this is where we come into the picture because we have created the solution. We call it a hyperlocal nano fulfillment center. Let's watch a quick video. So we have 2 types of solutions that we've developed. One, an autonomous lights out facility, which does end-to-end full automation for everything regarding the fulfillment process, picking, packing, and all that entails. The second one, a collaborative automation technology solution to support the workforce with all the tedious and mundane tasks that are very challenging. And in doing so, we can expedite and make things way simpler through automation. We marry hardware and software through our one-stop shop solution. Leveraging AI and advanced machine learning capabilities, we provide live visibility, reporting, tracking on inventory, restocking purposes, and much, much more. And all this is done with one single API integration into your tech stack. Our solution is container sized. We ship it around the world by land or sea inside of an actual container, so it's very small. It's an off-the-shelf offering, which means we develop, manufacture, and ship it to you wherever you need, however you need. It's a product, not a project. And this is exactly what we did with Nespresso here in Israel. We took a tiny store in Tel Aviv, a 30 square meter facility, rolled our system into it. The entire process took us less than 1 day, and that's it. Covered it up, and we have been running for a few months now already. It's a fully lights out automated facility. And that's it. Thank you so much again, and I welcome your questions.
Thank you. And we already have the first question from Gaurav.
Nimble and Fabric already are in this space and probably are trying hard to compete and grow. Yeah, they already have raised $50-200 million. On-demand delivery seems to be waning down now that the pandemic is somewhat behind us. Why do you think your business idea makes more sense given where the competition today is trying to grow, struggle? Fabric changed the business model from micro-fulfillment to platform. Yeah, can you throw some light on that?
Yeah, of course. First of all, good question. Fabric and Nimble are in the micro fulfillment space, not nano. They cannot do on-demand delivery. They can barely do same-day delivery. It's a different type of infrastructure, which is farther away from the customer base. It's not within the dense urban metropolitan area. We see a few benefits that we generate: size, scale, and automation. Size, our solution is way smaller, so it can effectively fit into any type of infrastructure. We can throw it inside of the container as is for easy deployment, or inside of any retail facility, as long as it's tens of square meters in size, if not larger, and it can also be larger. We also expand.
Is the email working or is it me?
No, he's breaking off.
Yes, Gonin, you are stopped. Your video stopped in sound too.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I apologize for that. So where did you lose me?
Right after the container, yeah? It could be fit inside the container as well.
So our technologies, yes, correct. Our solution comes, we ship it inside of a container and it can effectively be deployed anywhere in however form you want it to be. It can be inside of the container as a standalone, or inside any retail facility. This gives full freedom. We can also expand to any size. Now, in terms of ESG, this plays a key role these days, with sustainability being top of mind for many organizations around the world, not to mention the heavy fines they absorb for the pollution and their carbon footprint. If you have an urban warehouse, you can fulfill faster, reduce your carbon footprint, and shorten the friction and shorten the time frame to deliver to customers and friction that it creates.
Thank you.
But you didn't speak to his question. What makes you different? Everything you said is generic.
An off-the-shelf solution is far from generic. We're the only one out there that have an off-the-shelf solution that is good to go in a fraction of the time. I don't need an establishment to build inside. I don't need millions of dollars to drop one facility. Way, way more modular and quick to launch.
Okay, thank you. We have a question from Kelly.
Hi, Gonan. First, congratulations on raising another round of funding. So my question is kind of similar to Gaurav asked. I just want to know your competitive advantage and how can you be more efficient than most others?
So I think that first and foremost, as I said, we're talking about hyper-local infrastructure. If you try to research the players that are out there today, there's no one else that's like us. There are barely any players, by the way. The big players, it's a red ocean. Micro-fulfillment, yes, there are many, many players out there, as Gaurav said, and many beyond those. Ocado, AutoStore, and many others. Fantastic companies in their own. But for one, they do not introduce 100% automation. Number two, they cannot work with frozen items. We can. We have developed that capability as well. And number three, we're introducing automation to a completely manual infrastructure as it's traditionally been done until now. If you take a look at dark stores, if you take a look at any other urban facilities, they're all fully manual. This is a game changer for the businesses that we serve.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now question from Peter.
Yeah, so thank you for accepting me. I have actually two questions because robotics is my domain knowledge and we do this very good in Germany. The first would be, I saw you have denso equipment, so you guys are focused on the hardware deployment, but on a micro level, how do you manage the costs? Because we all know that decentralized production lines, they increase the costs massively, and it's also difficult to get the people on the ground to maintain high volume, low cheap production. So what's your expertise in this domain? How many units did you deploy? What's about the costs? How the financial model works if you decentralize the production process?
Sure. So firstly, we have a strategic partnership with Denso, Fanuc, and also ABB. Great players, by the way. You told us about Fanuc, so big fans. In terms of our cost model, we work on OpEx, meaning our customers do not purchase the systems from us. They pay us a rental fee for deployment, for each single deployment of our systems. It's a monthly fee that they pay. It ranges between $9,000 to $14,000 a month, depending on needs, use cases, etc. But that's it. Maintenance and integrations are on us. We support our customers with each and every single live deployment. And the main idea here is that we want to make it frictionless for them to deploy in the shortest time possible and to help them scale the operation.
Okay, thank you. And we have time for one question. Ladies first. So Alison, please, stage is yours.
First, you're a great presenter and I love your energy. I feel like there's some things missing for me. Like, what is the optimum client? What's your initial, where can you get the most traction initially? Because is it somebody, like you said, Nespresso? Is it someone with only 10 products? Is it someone with space? So what is your ideal client that you can get the most traction the quickest?
Great question, and thank you very much for the compliment. So today, we already have customers in various sectors such as CPG, beverages, again, coffee capsule sleeves, consumer electronics as well, which is a hot booming sector, and quick commerce. We are seeing huge demand for our technology solution for any type of use case where urgency is present. As long as the urgency is there for some sort of either on-demand or just-in-time use case, such as with auto parts, the relevance is there. In terms of the form factor of the products that we handle, Clearly, if we're talking about a hyperlocal nano fulfillment center, it's not going to be storing flat screen TVs or washing machines. It is going to be relevant for the small to medium-sized items. Pretty much anything from the size of AirPods to, let's say, laptop-sized items.
Okay, great. So I'd love to see, if I see you present again, a slide that talks about the actual monetary benefits of this, like how to quantify versus theoretically why this is a better, why it matters if it's faster, right? So there needs to be some quantification in that for me.
Of course, we've developed our own ROI calculator to run these numbers with each and every single customer that we are talking to. And in any way, if any of you are attending NRF next week, would love to meet you there. We're also presenting there.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. And brief question from Walid, please.
Yeah, well, I think the concept regarding the up to the setup, it's clear. My question would be, how do you do the refilling? How do you do, this claiming that it's fully automated? That's a good statement to put up there. But again, when you're talking with a diversity of items, how are you handling the daily operation costs in terms of, refilling, missing items and stuff like that?
So it's twofold. Firstly, from the software side, we have developed our own WMS, which has full live inventory tracking, demand prediction, and restocking forecasting to support the businesses we work with. At the end of the day, when we're talking about a last mile delivery operation, we realize this is mission critical. This isn't just a nice to have. So that's on the software front. In terms of restocking, the system can work with two types of restocking mechanisms or functions. One, by loading in a full pallet. We have developed our own customized pallet design. So either loading in a full pallet and then it replaces a pallet per pallet. And the second one, restocking on a single item, SKU level, whether it's within a bin or any other type of storage compartment that we work with. I can give you an example that with an espresso, for example, it takes us 28 minutes to restock an entire facility. The equivalent amount of stock prior to that, done manually, took them around 3.5 hours.
I would love to see this in the pitch deck, because this answer Kurav and the other lady, and I believe one of the main part of the competitive advantage,
You're right. I had 3 minutes, so bear with me.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ganen. Wish you good luck. And we have to move to our participant from France, Startup Cook E, and Raphael will present it. Hi, Raphael. Please unmute yourself and make full screen mode. You are still muted. We cannot hear you still, and we can see your full screen. If you start demonstration of your screen, these gray fields will disappear, I guess. Okay. So let's move then to our third participant until you will figure out, okay? And Startup Future Delivery from Germany. Hello.
Hi.
Are you ready to pitch? Please
Yes, I can do
start.
it.
Okay. Leo, the founder's name. Hi.
Hi, yeah, my name is Leo Schumer and I'm from Future Delivery. So what I show you next can change how drone delivery will work in the future. Because at the moment, there's no possibility to make long distance drone deliveries. So why is that? That's because every drone type has the same problem. We had a limited range of delivery. And that's a problem for companies because companies want to deliver things faster, but also cheaper. So how to overcome this problem? by combining different drone types by coupling. This is possible with our patented key technology for physical in-flight coupling between different drone types. And this allows companies to make multi-model instant delivery services possible, something that is not possible with the technology out there at the moment. So a short example, maybe you have outside a city a warehouse and you want to deliver the whole region or the city center. So now you can fly with a fixed wing to the city center. The multicopter takes the package from the fixed wing and brings this to the customer. That's only one use case. You can also make national deliveries and many other things possible. For example, you can make regional delivery in 1 hour for 10 euros or national deliveries in 3 hours for 35 euros. And this complete system can be completely autonomous. That's huge. So what we actually do is we sell our coupling mechanism and helping the customer to choose the right combination of drones for the use case and customizing the drones when this is needed. So we started 2021 with our proof of concept, and we're finishing at the moment building our prototype. So mid this year, we want to make the world's first autonomous coupling between a fixed wing and a multicopter drone. It will be the first one who will actually do this. And when we look on the competition side, there's only DARPA and General Atomics work on a similar solution, but their solution is only for military use. And also our technology has some benefits over this solution what DARPA showed. So there's a huge gap for instant delivery services. So companies really looking into this part of deliveries. And they really see why they need a technology like this to overcome this problem and really get this huge market. So I'm Leo Schumacher. I'm one of the two founders. The second is Gerrit Lange. We know us for over 10 years. We work pretty well together. So we are now in a stage that we see that we have to accelerate our development. And that's the stage we are staying now. So that's us. That's what we do. And I think now it's time for questions.
Thank you, Leo, for presentation.
No problem.
Dear judges, do you have questions? Please raise your hands. Peter, please.
Yeah, so I actually love the presentation. I love to see the drones in the future. So great job done, guys. And if you did the prototype in 1 year, I think this is a really remarkable work. And I will be here a bit more challenging you on, of course, in Germany, we know how to work with the logistics, but we all know that we have government issues. So we are a very bureaucratic country. So what are the insights on that, how the drones can fly around and bring stuff? On the logistic part, is this connected with the aerospace or army secretly? So what is your experience there? What do you think the future will bring in terms of bureaucracy?
So Germany is now in the stage, and also when you talk with DLR or the ESA, all the companies, they really want to achieve in the next 2 to 3 years to building or to finish the regulation and to make drone deliveries possible. So, but we actually really don't do the drone delivery. We only focus on developing this coupling mechanism because we really see that's the gap. No one actually is doing this technology, and we're only focusing on exactly this part.
Okay, thank you. Somebody's muted. And question from Valid.
Great presentation, Schumacher. I think my question would be on how are you dealing with battery time or whatever sort of fuel that you are using in order to extend it to national level delivery. We all know that there is a weight against, range sort of challenge with drones. So how are you tackling this challenge?
So the problem is that's exactly this problem that we tackle with this coupling technology, because you have on one side this fixed wing drones and they can fly a really long range, maybe 200 kilometers, and the next generation will fly to 1,000 kilometers. But with a fixed wing drone, you need an airfield where you can land, and airfields are really expensive, so you need a lot of money to only use these airfields. On the other side, you have the small drones that you can deliver in short ranges, like local deliveries. So by combining these two drones and exchanging the big package between the fixed wing and the multicopter, you overcome this problem with the energy and the range. I hope that answers your question. It's
yes, it's clear.
Wonderful. And question from Gaurav.
Leo, I have a very separate question. Presuming that you are building coupling, not the drone itself, and you would like to supply these coupling to the drone manufacturers, right? Help me understand how big can this market be, not just within Germany, because if you are basically creating an OEM part, you could probably even target US, Europe, anywhere, right? Nothing stops you from that. Can you help me understand the market potential, not in terms of serviceable and addressable market, but rather in terms of the companies, clients, businesses that you could reach out to who would be interested in it? Because, right now, long range drones are not in practice, right? So you have to kind of convince these businesses, whether it is Amazon or some German company.
Yeah, so maybe one side is what we actually have done is we really had built a really big model of a system. We really checked it against other systems like courier service, because what we see is this solution, we don't see it a competition to like normal goods, what you need every day. We see this solution for a better solution for courier services. And we make really a big model for that. We put it against other models like in normal courier services. And we can see in this model that this number make a lot of sense. Also, when we take all really bad numbers in this, that's one side what we do. So
how much is the cost savings compared to the courier service, long range? How much is the cost savings? Just a number.
I think it was 200% or something, because the courier service, for example, in regional is around 250 euros here in Hamburg when you go on the page of them. So in a system like this, also when we put benefits some on the top on what we're doing, we're talking about maybe 15 euros. So that's really the gap between these two numbers. And on the other side, that's the huge benefits of us. There's actually no other company doing this technology. We are really the only one who is developing exactly this technology for commercial use. There's only for military use cases at the moment, other companies. And we have so much, the good thing is how we have developed this technology is that it has so many benefits over the solution, for example, what DARPA has showed, that I actually don't know where they should go for the other side and how they want to land with the fixed wing. So I don't know. I don't see other ways for them, really.
Thank you. That helps, Leo.
Thank you. And the final question from Keiichi. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for the presentation. I'm Kei from Yamato. Yamato is like a logistics company in Japan, such as like UPS or FedEx of Japan. My question is, does your software support to connect drone and different modes, such as like ground transportation or other transport modes?
So our system is really a plug-and-play solution. So it's really a system that you can actually easily integrate on your fixed-wing drone and couple with the other systems. So it's also built like that you don't have to completely change the drone itself from the software side. It's really a whole complete autonomous, or not autonomous is the wrong word here. It's more like a small plug-in software what you need only on your drone. So that makes the customer much easier for them to integrate.
Which means integrate in existing software as well.
Yeah, exactly. And that's maybe important to say, it's not only a software solution, it's a combination of software, electronic, and mechanic.
Okay.
I understand.
Thank you. And please continue in chat with your questions. We are out of time and we are back to our participant startup cookie. Rafael, are you ready now?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'll be sharing my screen. Sorry about that.
It's okay, good luck.
I'm Raphael. In France, we are missing 200,000 workers in the restaurant industry. So we built a robot called Cookie. It's a cooking robot for restaurants. It can store up to 20 different ingredients in its containers in cold storage. It takes only 3 square meters. You can store up to 250 individual portions. And as a restaurant owner, you can set up your own recipes. You have to input the amount of each ingredient, the cooking duration, and then the robot executes the recipe. So it pours ingredients into rotating pots that are going to cook and stir those ingredients all together. There are 3 rotating pots, so you can cook 3 different dishes at the same time and up to 100 dishes per hour. And with the software, you can track orders, you can connect to your POS, to delivery apps. And finally, the robot washes itself automatically. All you have to do is to hand over the dish to your customer. So those are a few pictures of dishes that were actually cooked by the robot. It's mainly Italian and Asian food, which represent 35% of the restaurant market share that the robot can do. We have two products, the existing robotic kitchen with a price point starting at 1,450 euros per month, plus a price per dish. So that's a 25 to 50K cut on staff cost. It can be up to 30% additional EBITDA for a restaurant. And in May, we'll also have the same, but as a vending machine available 24/7 with a starting price at 1,700 euros per month. So the benefits are no hiring hassle, less time managing cooks, less time training them, an increase on the bottom line, and very consistent quality. The food always comes out the same and can be very personalized to each customer. So we started selling 10 days ago, and we already signed 2 LOIs for our first 2 locations. And we have hundreds of restaurants and recreation centers, engineering schools, dark kitchens that are interested in the product. Our difference is reliability. Our robot simply works. It's very easy to set up, takes 15 minutes to train someone to use it, and only 30 minutes to set it up in a restaurant, and it's affordable. I'm Raphael. So in the past, I co-founded Price Match, a startup that was acquired by Booking.com. I have 2 brilliant technical co-founders, Quentin and Ludovic, and our advisor created the biggest premium burger chain in France. So far, we filed 2 patents. We obtained the CE certificate in November, 2 months ago. We made our first delivery on Deliveroo 3 weeks ago, and now we're open to sales and we're raising money. Thanks a lot for your attention.
Thank you, Raphael. And please, questions to Raphael. First is from Albena.
Quite impressive, Raphael. Thanks for the presentation. A quick question on smell, because all 3 cooking pots are next to each other. How do you manage the mixing smell from the 3? Because you can cook seafood in one and then vegetarian in another and meat in the third one. So how do you manage that?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So just above the woks here, you can see this little arch. There is actually a ventilation there with 2 filters that filter the smell.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. And question from Walid.
Yeah, very, very interesting presentation, especially as you mentioned, like Asian food, especially like Chinese and Thai type of food, where it's prepared in normally as a street food prepared into a combined station, right away. My question would be on the waiting time. Are you planning to add statistics which predict demand or stuff like that? Because again, I would assume like 5 to 10 minutes minimum the time for preparing a meal. With 3 stations, how are you going to achieve that positive unit economy, wait time and stuff like that to make it more efficient?
Okay, the fastest recipes we do take from 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes because we are very powerful induction woks. That said, there's a lot you can do on top of hardware to optimize cooking duration. So we already have some intelligence to optimize the ordering of the different tasks to do. When you have a list of recipes that you have to do, we optimize the orders in which we do this task. And in the future, we can easily think about like predicting what the next order might be to optimize this. What we also already have is we have sensors that monitor levels of ingredients. And so we can notify you before some ingredients run out if we know that you're likely to run out based on how much of each dish you're actually selling.
Interesting. Just another part of the question. Do you plan to get into baking? Like in Dubai here, we have such a station for baking bread, and it's just free for charity. If you need bread, you just come. That's one type of product which is clear, straightforward. Are you doing only cooking, or you might be adding baking in the future?
So for the moment, we're focusing on cooking. So those dishes that kind of fit into a bowl, as you saw, pasta, woks, fried rice, these kind of things. We might add things in the future that can be combined to our robots to extend to more type of food, but this is not in the short term.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. And the final question from Miguel. Hola, Miguel.
Hi, a pleasure being with you all. Just a quick question. From a technical point of view, the retail or the facilities that normally need smoke, ventilation for restaurants. I imagine in France it's the same than in Spain. And sometimes it's a quite difficult license to get because from the city hall or from the neighbors and don't want to have that kind of problems or nuisance. How do you solve this? So your machine doesn't need any smoke ventilation for producing the meal, or is if you can speak a little bit about that issue?
Yes. So in France, the minimum power above which you have to have a ventilation is 20 kilowatts. And we are below this in terms of heating power. We're below this, so we're not legally obliged to have one. We do have those filters to remove the odor, and in the kiosk version, it will be protected to minimize odor. So we can avoid this. Yeah.
Okay. If maybe if you can contact me on LinkedIn, or I will try to find your profile on LinkedIn to speak a little bit more in detail. Okay.
Yeah, with pleasure.
Okay, thank you. And please, Peter, continue in chat. We have to move to our first participant now because we are in time. And now please meet our participant from Japan, Xela Robotics. Alexander, good late night to you.
Yeah, 2 a.m. here. So, okay. So hi, everyone. My name is Alexander Schmitz. I'm the CEO of Xela Robotics. And we are a hardware and software company that makes
Sorry, your screen. Oh, okay. Now it's
okay. We are a hardware and software company that makes tactile sensing technology in order to provide the human sense of touch to robots. And so why are we doing this? In many countries, including Japan, there is a labor shortage due to a rapidly aging society, and associated with that is a high cost of human labor. To combat this, companies are trying to fully automate their factories, warehouses, and agricultural activities to be more efficient and cost-effective. However, the reality remains that robots are still very clumsy and not yet ready for many tasks. And we believe that there is a missing piece in the design of current robots. Most companies focus on visual data and smart AI, which are very important to locate an object. However, visual data is not enough to grasp, hold, and manipulate an object. Tactile data is required to solve this problem. And our solution is to provide the human sense of touch to robots. We make this with our U-Skin sensors. They're high-density 3-axis tactile sensors available in various shapes and sizes in a thin, soft, durable package with minimal wiring. Each sensing cell is very small, and each sensing cell measures 3-axis forces. So not only the pressure, but also the directional force, like a small joystick. And we have bigger sensing modules, which have many sensing points, and each individual sensing point measures 3-axis force. The sensors can also be curved like a human fingertip to have a more natural interaction with the object. Other sensors, they're too big for the integration in thin robot skin. They are not durable. They're difficult to integrate because you need many additional wires and electronics. They don't provide distributed 3D sensing, and they are too expensive. In addition to tactile sensor development, we also make the integration robot hands and grippers and the tactile AI software. So for example, here in this robot hand, we integrated 368 3-axis tactile sensors. So we get more than 1,000 measurements in total, and all the measurements are digital, which makes the integration in the robot hand feasible. We also integrated the sensor, for example, into this gripper or for another customer. And then it can grasp this business card, for example, in this case, which is very fragile in various orientations without deforming the business card. For the tactile AI software, for example, we can detect slip very fast. And once we detect slip, we can grasp the object a little bit harder to avoid it from slipping out of the hand. And that works both for gentle slip and also for major slip. We can also predict if a grasp is stable or unstable, even before lifting the item. And when we detect an unstable grasp, we can regrasp the object to find a better grasp and then securely move the object to the final location. Another application in the field of agriculture is, for example, you can detect if a tomato is ripe or unripe after picking it by gently squeezing it. We already have more than 50 customers all over the world. And yeah, we are Zero Robotics. We provide the human sense of touch to robots.
Thank you, Alexander. Great presentation. We have a question from Alexander.
Can you tell us once more? You already have customers. It's a business, operating business.
Yes, yes.
So you have revenue.
Yes, of course. We have been operating since August 2018.
Can you tell us the range of the revenue, like hundreds or millions? What is it today? Your revenue. How much is your revenue?
The revenue last year was last fiscal year was $500,000 US dollars.
Okay. And have you raised money before?
We have raised only very little money, so $100,000 US dollars so far.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Another questions from Peter. We have question here. Please, Peter.
Yeah, so amazing, good job done. First, congratulations. I need to say I saw actually one of your products in last year, and I would love to ask you a question about the integrations. So you started the business, you started selling units, right? What is the plan for the integrations and for the business scale-ups?
So right now we sell only the sensor hardware and the integration robot hands and grippers, but now we're working on a tactile AI software to provide a more complete package. So and then we also want to shift the business model from hardware sales to software subscription. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And the final question from Alison.
Hello.
Yes. First off, great presentation, cool product. What it was missing for me was, I'm a number person. A lot of my questions are going to come to numbers, is that why is this needed? What is the incremental benefit that adding this tactile experience gives, right? Because this is not a cheap thing to add. So is it cost effective? Is it giving you more than the cost? I didn't see any data related to that.
Yes, basically we automate things that previously couldn't be automated, that previously had to be done by humans. So it depends on the specific application, and then we can make it 10 times cheaper depending on the application.
Yeah, so I would love to see that in the pitch, right? That the benefit is 10x savings or this much increase in revenue. The why is this even needed? And that's what was, I mean, it's cool, but why does it have a business value? But great presentation, great product. That was just the one thing missing for me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and question from Gabriel.
Yeah, thank you, Alexander. Very interesting, your company. I'm very intrigued. I just wanted to ask you quickly how you see your company in the next 10, 20, 30 years. Where are you heading, no? Because I see you're doing very interesting approach, no? To in a way, make the robot more human, or, you know, eventually, or how, what are you envisioning?
Yeah, like eventually we want to also go into personal robotics. So robots that work in your home, that clean your house or cook meals for you, like so this kind of really personal robots. But that's more in the long-term future, of course.
Got it. Interesting. Very, very, very nice. Congrats. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Alexander. Gaurav, please continue in the chat. We have to go to our fifth participant for today as a startup from the USA, Apache Boats. And Tom, please, stage is yours.
Hi, Marie. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity today. I appreciate everyone being here. My name is Tom Ward. I'm CEO of Epoch Boats. We are a hardware startup that designs and manufactures high-performance electric boats with a goal of transitioning the recreational marine industry from being fossil fuel powered to all electric. 98% of people that want to buy a boat and tried to buy a boat last year slipped out of the sales funnel. About half of them said they had concerns about maintenance. Boats are in the shop all the time. About 30% concerns about fuel, which is prescient with current fuel prices. In terms of environmental impact, the US boating industry is responsible for 70 megatons of CO2 every year and 90 million gallons of fuel directly dumped into our waterways. Global impact is about 5 times larger. There have been attempts to electrify the industry, but they really haven't resonated with the public. And that's where we come in at Epoch. We've used CFD to develop proprietary hull technology that increases the speed and efficiency of electric boats. We're designing for electrification. We've developed hydrofoil systems that are fully automated to ensure that we maximize efficiency with up to 80% efficiency gains and 50% increases in max speed. By going all electric, we can have 90% less maintenance for our customers and $1,000 in yearly savings. We've developed in-house manufacturing techniques using computer automation to drive 80% of CapEx out of each boat model that we design and deliver. In terms of the market, it's a $49 billion market in the United States. The electric niche is growing fastest and is expected to grow 14x by the end of the decade. And it's going to be 5 times larger globally for the recreational space. Epoch publicly launched in March of 2022. We currently have $3.6 million in registered customer interest on our waitlist, specifically for our skiff series. We have a huge focus from customers in the US, but we also have interest from customers in the European Union and Australia. Our team that's doing this is myself and my co-founder, Diane Seltzer. We have over 20 years of industry experience in the marine industry with 3 years working together before Epoch. This included a stint at a startup going from 0 revenue to a successful exit, growing teams from 0 to 100 plus team members in large organizations, and developing, manufacturing, and commercializing over $300 million in new product-related revenue over the last decade. We're currently developing 2 new boat models based on customer interviews and on-water testing over the past year. We expect to have those ready in about 8 to 12 weeks. And as we progress, we're going to move into a early production facility so that we can serve our early customer wait list and open up public sales. Thank you, everybody, for your time. I'd love to take any questions.
Thank you, Tom, for the presentation. And please for questions. First question from Kai. Hi.
Hi, really interesting. I had my own little adventures, startup adventures in the boating industry, so this is really intriguing. I have 2 questions. What kind of range and use cases are you targeting with your current models, and how do they compare in short range cases like harbor applications when you take a little boat to go to your big boat to existing electric outboard solutions, and how does the vessel price compare to traditional models excluding the engine?
Yep. So in terms of range, we have about 40 to 50% the range of a comparable gas boat with the foil system included on the vessel. One of the things that we've determined over the last year through numerous customer interviews is that not everybody needs that. So we're actually positioning the brand so that kind of like how you have a standard Tesla Model S and then you have the Plaid edition, our hydrofoil system is basically going to be the Plaid edition. And for people who need that higher speed and that extended range, they're going to have that option. But for people who are just going from their super yacht into the harbor and, maybe have a kilometer of travel that they go each way, we're going to have options for more affordable vessels where the hull is really designed around maximizing hydrodynamic efficiency, ensuring that we put the batteries in the right place, looking at center of gravity and how the vessel performs. And in those vessels, the range is going to be about 15% of what you would see in a comparative gas vessel. But much like with electric cars, just because a gas vessel has a lot of range doesn't mean it necessarily ever gets used in the use case. My car has a 400-mile range, a gas-powered car I own, and I rarely drive more than 20 miles a day. And boats are a little bit more optimized for leveraging those different types of use cases. In terms of cost model, because of the manufacturing techniques that we've developed, we basically are manufacturing from direct digital files into the final product. And that drives CapEx down by about 8x per boat model. And it drives labor content down by about 4 times per boat model. So we're coming in a little bit higher than gas-powered equivalents, about 10% higher. But with all the savings by going electric, we expect customers to be able to make that back in a year or two after owning the vessel.
Cool. Thank you so much. Very, very interesting.
Thank you. And question from Peter.
Yeah, so love the product, love the industry. Great speech, by the way, Tom. I would love to ask, what is unique about your product in comparison to other already big manufacturers of the boats to enter the market? So what would be your competitive edge here in technology on the production lines of the ecosystem part? And how do you see that growing in the future?
Yep. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate the compliment. Our major competitive edge right now is there is a lot of inertia in the boating industry where people are building boats the way they've always done. So if you were to go out and try to buy an electric boat today that was not an epoch, to the undiscerning eye, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was electric versus fossil fuel powered. A lot of the power manufacturers are making outboards that look just like electric boats, and that means they're hanging all the weight of the motors and the batteries on the back, and it's not optimized for how it could be set up to realize the benefits of electrification. So going back to the automotive analogy, early electric cars, they put in an electric motor and they hooked it up to a standard transmission and gearbox, and they got terrible performance. And now when you look at a Tesla today, we have two dual motors, we have triple motors, we have 4 motors on some vehicles. And it's taken the automotive industry 10 years to figure that out. The marine industry, we already have all the knowledge, and people that are established are choosing not to follow that path. So we have IP around that in development and in process, and that is one of our big advantages. And then our manufacturing technique. I was director of engineering at 2 of the largest component manufacturers for the industry in the United States. So I've been in pretty much every major boat builder, helping them with supply chain audits and product development processes. So we've actually had first person accounts of how they build boats and figured out some pretty novel ways to drive cost and improve quality in the boat building process.
Great. Thank you, Tom. Good luck to you in your way. And we, judges, don't forget to vote for our wonderful startups today, very strong companies. And now it's time for our startup number 6 for today. It's 10 Lines startup from Estonia. And Tarmo will present it.
Yes, just a second.
Sure.
I hope you see the slides now.
Yes, perfect.
Hi, my name is Tarmo Prints, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of 10 Lines. At 10 Lines, we're innovating the striping industry by developing autonomous parking lot striping robots. I've been in the striping industry for more than 12 years, and I was looking for ways to improve my business and to stripe more efficiently. The problem of parking lot striping is that it is almost entirely manual work. About 70% of the time is spent on measuring and pre-marking. This means that people are using chalk lines to mark down every beginning and end of the line. Our solution is an autonomous striping robot that doesn't need any pre-marking at all and stripes parking lots 7 times faster. I'm sorry. My co-founder Janna and I, together with our team of engineers, have decided to change the industry of striping. With Janna's background in robotics and AI and my background in the industry and 12 years of striping company ownership, we know the ins and outs of the business, and we can bring this innovation to reality. Our clients are striping companies who rent the robots out for the cost of one worker's monthly salary. These companies stripe parking lots every day, and there are thousands of companies like these. Most of them are small and medium size and average about 3 to 5 million of revenue annually. We target the US market. There's about 800 million parking spaces that are non-residential and that are being striped either every year or every other year. The size of the striping market for parking lots only is about $6 billion. In the future, we're going to be expanding with the robots to airports and harbors and also warehouses and roads. But also, we're developing something that we call smart lines. We believe that in the future, smart cities, the lines will be smart, they will be communicating with both people and also autonomous vehicles. The codes and patterns in the lines are going to be important parts of smart cities, and the information about line condition is going to be used by both autonomous driving, but also to know exactly when to go and stripe the lines again. When it comes to competition, there are old companies that produce the manual equipment that are being used right now, and then there are some robotic companies that build robots for football field striping, but these robots can't be really used for permanent stripings on asphalt layouts. At the moment, our robots have been striping multiple parking lots for our customers, and also we recently striped lines at the National Airport of Estonia. We have won many awards and grants worth more than €500,000, and currently we are raising an investment that will take us to the US market and will generate annually a recurring revenue of €2 million. This will also take us to fully scalable product. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to your questions.
Thank you, Tarmo, for the presentation. We have a question from Jordan. No, I guess no question. Okay. Yes, Jordan.
Thank you. I don't want to be a rain on your parade, but how significant of an issue is this to warrant $2.5 million investment at this point? I'm not convinced. Help me understand the value proposition back, because I see this as fundamentally big problem to solve to create a unicorn.
Thank you for the question. Well, when it comes to striping, then striping is one of the key things that many autonomous vehicles producers are, I would say, complaining about. If the lines were perfect on asphalt, the autonomous driving would be solved. The problem is that the way that it's being done today is really manual, and to keep the stability and accuracy of the lines, you really can't do it in the manual way. So we see that the automation is going to be definitely there as time moves forward. The other thing is that the companies providing the service today are really struggling to add additional teams to grow and to expand their businesses, because due to the manual nature of the work, training new teams, hiring new teams, you can't really scale the same quality. Very often companies, they have teams that can do certain tasks, but not each team can do the same. So with robots, we have already solved this. Our robots are repetitive. They get the same or better result as companies are getting right now, and we can do it at much higher efficiency.
Okay, great.
I hope I answered.
I guess yes. And the question from Velit.
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. I think you are tackling a major problem, especially as you mentioned, preparing roads for autonomous vehicles, because lanes are very important part into machine learning those models or training those models. I don't know if you've been in Startup Tartu University Day, because I have seen it's either I've seen you or another competitor company. But regardless, my question is regarding the precision. What sort of technology are you using to bring, because this is a very highly precision operation? Are you using GPS? Are you using like computer vision? Are you combining both of them? And my second question, making sure these stripes need to be maintained quite regularly. In Dubai here, we see it's a very tedious work, blocking the roads, getting the laborers to do. Laborers has to be very highly skilled in order to do also that sort of paint. It has to be heated in a specific manner, and there are a lot of constraints there. So what is your business model that accommodate the repetitiveness of this service?
Well, yes, to answer the first question, we definitely use the GNSS navigation, and we combine it with multiple sensors. We do have cameras on board. We do have LiDAR on board. We know that because the requirement of the accuracy of lines is somewhere in the range of 1 to 2 centimeters, and that's where we are right now. But we see that we can get better. We have put a lot of focus on that because of the nature of repetitiveness of this service and industry. We see that the first clients that we serve are striping companies that are providing the service every day, so they can use our robots every day to provide the service. But we also see that depending on the user, there are airports, there are harbors who can use our robots when they have this very narrow, small time window. With current methods, they spend a lot of time on the preparation work. With our robot, they can go out and start printing the lines. So when it comes to the business model, the rental model is something that we are using, and we see that Dubai is a good example because the season is all around the year, so the work really doesn't stop there. And when you finish the 100th project, you can go back to the first one and do it again. And it's something that it's due to the nature of the materials of the lines. They will either be covered with the tar from the asphalt, or they will just wear out.
Thank you, Tarmo. Unfortunately, it's time. So go Ralph, please, and go in chat and continue there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tarmo. And we are moving to our 7th startup, Viridius Technology from Portugal. And Afonso will pitch today. Afonso, you are muted.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Do you know what's the difference between these 2 and 3 pictures? Their age. Despite the evolutions and revolutions that we had for the past 100 years, harvesting soft fruits such as fresh raspberries is done almost the same way. And this has become a problem. We reach out to our partners and fresh raspberries producers, and they say they cannot find workers anymore to work in their fields. And despite this, the harvesting cost represents more than 50% of their total operational costs. This is a huge problem. And some people say, well, that's life. However, we don't. Our autonomous system is capable of harvesting fresh raspberries while 1 person performs the job of 10 people. And it does that while it reduces waste. Waste both during harvesting and during distribution. Because you see, our systems not only acquire the fruits, but they acquire real-time data to feed the supply chain and to optimize their productions, to predict future yields, disease detection, and to perform predictive maintenance. And here you can see a bit of our technology on the works. And I'd like to share with you this graph. You can see there's a correlation between low-income countries and countries that produce fresh raspberries. And the majority of the fruit goes to high-income countries, the ones who can pay it. And we all know how dangerous this is. And our systems enable for the food production to be performed near the consumer with higher quality, fresher foods, while the waste is reduced. Not only waste, but also emissions, both during transportation and cooling. And it's a big market. It's a $3.9 billion market in imports and a growing one. It has a 22% compound annual growth rate. It's an emerging market. And we believe that in the next 10 years, we'll have at least 10% of this market and we'll enter new markets. And we are so eager and so trustful about this number because we already reached out to a big share of the market, and the market said that they need this service. They need us to perform, to stay competitive in today's market. And we deliver it this way. We work as a service, robotics as a service, to be closer to our clients, to grow with them, to improve with them. Not only that, we make seasonable crops economically feasible. And this way you have consistent cash flow, consistent growth to invest in new markets and in new regions. And we do it responsibly, both social and environmental. We are aligned with 6 of the 17 UN SDGs. And here's the roadmap. 23 is the pilot year. 24, we launched the service in Portugal to pilot and Europe. And we expand to the US. 25, go to Canada and Australia. For that, we're looking for strategic partners. Not only that, we are raising a round to fund this business. For that, this is the team. And we already have a pool of experts that are advising us on doing so. Not only that, we have a pool of key partners that will make this revolution a reality. Thank you. My name is Afonso Santos, and this is Viridius.
Many thanks, Afonso. And do we have questions, judges? Albena, please.
Hi, Afonso. Good to see you again. A quick question on your target crops. Anything else besides raspberries that you might be focusing on midterm or long term?
Yeah, so we are in the next 2 years, we'll launch the fresh raspberry business, and in the time span of 5 years, we'll go to mushrooms, and we expect in 10 years to have at least 4 crops of fresh fruits, fungi, and vegetables.
Thank you. And a question from Peter.
Yeah, so a great presentation, actually love it. Very concise, very clear. But the question is the following. So if I understood correctly, this is already scaling business. So if you can share a bit more financial information, the revenues for the last year, the growth index, yeah. And
we are pre-revenue still. So we'll start having revenue in the end of this year with pilot, and we'll have the commercial servers working in Europe and go to the US in 24, 25.
Mm-hmm.
Great, thank you. And a final question from Miguel.
Hi, Alfonso. I live in Andalusia in South Spain. Yep. As you know, it's a great producer of all these kind of crops. So if you contact me later on by LinkedIn, I maybe can help you to find some large cooperatives of strawberries and berries in Andalusia.
Great. Thank you. We have some contacts there, but as more as we have, the better. Thank you.
Okay.
What a great opportunities. Thank you. Thank you, Afonso. And we are finishing with our last but not the least startup, Beauty AI from the USA. And Elizabeth, hi, please, stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Thank you for having me. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Beauty AI. So we are building.
Elizabeth, hi. You are stopped. Can you hear us?
Maybe she has slow internet, and when she starts streaming the deck, it's blocked her.
Okay, I'll text her.
Yes. Maybe she will need to stop
Maybe
the
she is
video.
in California and there is bad connection now, as I know.
Oh, maybe there is something in the air today.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Okay, please, judges, continue voting.
Yeah, judges, please look at all the startups that have already pitched. Please put the marks to all startups, so our algorithm will work correctly.
Elizabeth, are you here?
Yeah, I'm back. Can I give it one more try? I'm so sorry, my internet's back.
Of course, please.
All right, thank you.
No worries.
I'm at my parents' house and they don't have the best Wi-Fi.
I understand.
All right, so we are building the world's first automatic makeup application machine. And so there's a couple things we're trying to solve for. One is that the average woman spends 20 to 60 minutes applying her makeup every day, which adds up to 2 to 3 years of her life. She's sitting in front of a mirror applying makeup. The second part is that most women find makeup challenging. They don't feel confident in their abilities to apply makeup well. And the third thing is that women of color have a challenge in finding makeup that matches their skin tone. So by combining advanced robotics, deep learning, proprietary color mixing in real time, and touchless airbrush technology, we're able to solve for these problems and make makeup easier for women. So airbrush technology has been around for decades, but it's been mainly used in professional makeup application. Let me get to the next slide here. There we go. So it's really been used particularly for professional makeup artists, and it's challenging to learn how to do yourself. So that's why it hasn't really hit the consumer market. So we're trying to bring this amazing, it's almost preferred by women because it's such a better makeup application. It makes your skin look flawless. And it's really enjoyable when you're sitting in a makeup chair having airbrush applied. So we're bringing this into the home and into stores. So we're reducing the time spent applying makeup every day down from 60 minutes down to only 2 minutes. She's able to just sit back and have the machine apply makeup better than a professional, and it's completely individualized to her unique features and her beauty preferences. Let's see. There we go. So we are pre-revenue. We're currently building our prototype. This is an old video, but it shows our prototype applying airbrush, and it's so fine. The mist is very fine that you can hardly see it. So we can currently apply foundation, contour, eyeshadow, highlighter, and blush. And soon we'll be able to apply even eyeliner and lip color. We track over 500 points on the face. We can identify your unique skin tone color and match makeup to your skin tone. Part of that is using AI to take existing makeup look pictures and tell the machine directions on how to mix makeup in real time to get those exact colors. And here you'll also see that we've developed software to make a 3D model of your face in real time where you can try on makeup looks. And this is different from other virtual try-on apps because it actually shows you how it will look with the airbrush texture and application. So that way, before the machine applies makeup on you, you can adjust where your blush sits, how your eyeshadow is applied, and really make it unique to your preferences. So our go-to-market strategy is B2B2C. So we want to launch in stores and Sephora's and in Ulta's where women can come and try makeup application themselves, see that it's safe, see that it works, and that it's amazing and enjoyable to use. And then that will drive home unit sales. We really want to be the Keurig or the Nespresso of makeup in the home where women can eliminate the hassle of daily makeup application on their makeup vanity. It'll sit there and won't even look like a robot until it's in use. And then that will also feed into our airbrush pod model, which is the same thing as Keurig. You pop makeup pods in and it uses that makeup formula to mix makeup in real time. Our goal is to get the machine down to $700 or $800, and then most of our profit will come from those makeup pod sales, which have an 80% profit margin. And then the market opportunity is huge. Obviously, by year 5, we anticipate having over $600 million in revenue in just the US alone. And that gives us a very small market capture. The beauty tech industry in particular has huge opportunity. It's really off to the races with beauty tech. You'll see companies like L'Oreal and Estee Lauder investing heavily into beauty technology. And no one's really applied these technologies before. There have been other companies who have tried and failed to make automatic makeup. We're able to, because of the talent on our team, AI advancement, as well as no one's tried applying airbrush makeup. That way we're able to make makeup application completely touchless. But there are companies who are making progress with automatic nail machines and automatic eyelash extension machines. So automatic beauty is in its infancy and it's going to be huge. So we recently filed a patent in the US and internationally, but we've already been granted a US patent, method patent. We're in deep conversations with L'Oreal and Estee Lauder about partnering with them for makeup pod production and in Ulta stores across the US to beta test this with customers in real time. and get feedback through our development. And again, we only have a team of 3 right now, which is great. We recently raised our pre-seed round, and we're moving on to our seed round. But so far, all of our advancement has been without any funding at all. So I'm excited to see where our team takes it in the next year. Thank you.
Many thanks, Elizabeth. Very interesting. And any questions from Alexander? Question, please.
Great and interesting startup. And can you tell us about competition? What do you have at this moment in the market?
Yes, so there's no direct competitors. There are 2 indirect competitors, as we call them, but we really see them as helping us pave the way into this world. So one of them is Clockwork. They are an automatic nail application machine. They paint nails automatically in 10 minutes or less. They're rolling out into Target stores across the nation where you can go get an automatic manicure. And then there's a company called Loom, which is an automatic eyelash extension company, and they are also still in development. Both companies have raised about 10 to 12 million in their seed rounds.
Okay, great.
And I heard that something was presented on CIS just a few days ago. So it was or by L'Oreal or by other brands, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they just launched an automatic eyebrow application device. So that it's great that they're investing in beauty tech like that. They partnered with a company out of South Korea called Prinker, which does temporary tattoo application.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Question from Allison.
Hi, great presentation. I have a couple of questions for you. The matching, the pod seems more interesting to me than the home use, right? Because one of the worst things that can happen is you go buy makeup and you get home and it doesn't match, right? And you make the mistake. So I can see that being a really good market. But I'm confused about the demographic. I mean, I'm someone who takes 3 minutes to put on her makeup. So I'm confused as who is that person that is going to spend $800 to have this thing have the space, at home to do this? Is this a executive that has to get ready for a presentation, a one-time event? Who would use this every day at home? So help me understand that combination of who would spend the money and has this need for the home version.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really targeting women in general, and men, by the way. We're open to anybody who wants to try the machine, who apply makeup what we call regularly. So we identify women who apply makeup at least 3 times a week and spend 10 minutes on their makeup. So what we found is that's usually working professionals and moms who still want to look great for their husbands or just for themselves, but don't have the time to take 10 to 15 and even more time out of their day to apply makeup. So yes, there's certainly women like yourself who have a very quick routine. But what we find is most women would love to look like they spent an hour in a makeup chair every day, but only spend 2 minutes. So you can do a quick routine, but it might not look the same as a professional application. And that's what we're really doing, is bringing that professional end result, making it more accessible for women who are not great at makeup or maybe just not interested in spending a lot of time on it.
Yeah, I think what I'm having trouble with is that intersection of what is it worth to them to have that, right? So the cost of analysis. That's why I think the pod in the store is fantastic. I'm just curious, who's going to pay that money to have something like this at home? Is it a vitamin or is it?
It's the same demographic that spends $800 on a Dyson hairdryer.
Okay, ladies, thank you. We have a final question from Peter.
Yeah, so great presentation, loved it. But I need to be very honest and clear. So in the last 10 years, I believe this is now the 7th or 8th solution, which I saw. One of them was developed by Siemens, then the Philips was into the field. So, but I know the technology evolved through the year. So maybe you are the right guys to invest in. So my question for you would be, what were the major technology challenges that you need to solve in order to solve this problem? How to apply the makeup, and what that makes you unique on the market?
Yeah, so there really haven't been many companies who have tried this. There was a company out of, I believe, Sweden called Foreo. They made Foreo Moda, and they were throwing powder on the user's face. That's not an enjoyable user experience, and we're assuming that's why they pulled out of going to market with the machine. Really, airbrush technology is completely touchless, and it allows us a huge amount of control. But I would also argue, you know, my co-founder, we're based in Israel and in Texas. My co-founder is a Stanford PhD. She's one of, you know, pioneers in AI. And I think she's been able to get the machine where it's not a one size fits all application, and that it's truly individualized using AI at this point. So the timing of all of these different technologies coming together just in the last 2 years is why we're able to be here.
Thanks. Thank you very much to every participant. I see Anna is already with us.
Yes, I am eager to know
like
who the winner is. I loved it. Mary, I loved it. Thank you very much. Wonderful selection of startups. You are done, dear judges. You have less than a minute to finish voting. Please make sure you have marks beneath all the startups. Please look at our event page with your name on it and finish voting, because I'll put the music on and we'll go on stage by stage, opening the votes of different categories of judges, and we'll find out who the winner is. I already looked at some wonderful machines I would love to have at home. I hope you also enjoyed startups. Please express your feelings mathematically, putting marks from 1 to 5 to each of those wonderful 8 performers. And we are about to close the votes. I'll go to our event page. Do you see my event page?
Yes,
okay. Nothing interfering, you see it. Okay. And I'll put the music on. The end of music means the end of voting. So it's your last chance to put the right marks to the right guys and girls. Okay. The votes are closed, and only we are the ones who know who had won. Okay, you see those wonderful dots at our event page. Everything is happening live, and we'll be opening category by category. Okay, let's see how did business angels vote for our wonderful startups. Who did they put up front? Can you show it, please? Business angels expressed their attitude towards startups in such a way. They put up front 10 lines, then goes cookie, and I am robotics. Okay, can we find out how did ExpertBot vote? ExpertBot had a little bit different opinion, as you can see, and let's see how did official judges as a group voted, and then I'll go one by one asking you wonderful official judges who are your favorites and why did you choose these startups. That's showing the result of you as a group, but let's find out your personal opinion. Okay, let's start with Gabriel. Gabriel, are you with us? Who did you pick up front today and why?
Yeah. I really like, well, as always, very good quality startups. I like 10 lines. I thought it was quite a unique proposal. And also 1M Robotics. And I was also intrigued by Sela Robotics. No, I think it could be interesting for the future. So those 3, I would say, it's hard to choose one. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, very interesting battle today. Okay, I'll see Seljuk had joined us from Turkey. Seljuk is a managing partner at Bossa Ventures. Hello, Seljuk. Thank you for coming. And who did you get to see and who did you like the most?
Okay, all the presentations, as usual, is a great presentations and products is awesome. First of all, I liked all of them, but maybe I'm a drone pilot, like level 2, so I like future delivery, and I believe the future we will electric vehicle and the drone mix of the opportunities for everyone. So I like that one. The other one is the cookie. When I visited Tokyo and the Singapore, also some of the places I saw some similar projects. Cookie is one of the best. They have to focus on just the 1 or 2 categories, not all of them. The pasta maybe it's okay, but it's great opportunity, good price. Also, I like the except for the Excel Robotics, Alexander, because I invest my previous company, Soft Robotics. Alexander, please check Soft Robotics, one of the best in this market, and they are doing great things. We did triple maybe, or no, 24 double issues in a few months. Soft Robotics is maybe you can clone their mindset. The other one is the Epoch. Last week, Turkey and the Dutch-based opportunities. I visit Dutch and Daman. I am also now established Blue Economy Fund and the Noble Fund. And this marine sector is a huge opportunity. But your design is not good because I drive better than. There is several opportunities, especially Dutch-based. You can check the Daman shipyards. I am also a naval engineer. So I strongly suggest work on it. The other one is the Beat AI. I am also advisor similar projects. It's a huge opportunity and a great team. I saw a similar project before, maybe a few years before at the Tel Aviv. So the team is great. I know the technical backgrounds. So Beat AI is also great. Previous and the 10 lines also great products. They have to work on it a little bit. They need more sustainability issues. No, they need some customers. But all the startup is great. For the close opportunity, BT AI is the best because I know my experience.
Wow.
The other ones needs more, how can I say, hard work for getting more customers and maybe quality of the startups.
Thank you,
That's
Silju.
it. Yep, because it's my experience. So I'm in a similar projects before.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad that we have such a wonderful match. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Albena, what can you say? Who are your favorites today?
So great pitches from everyone. I personally liked a lot Epoch boats. I know very little about boats, but I really like the pitch. It might sound like a niche market, or it's not the first thing that comes to mind when you think about robots, but clearly there's a market there and it's a lucrative market. So I think in terms of venture investability, Epoch would maybe make one of the best venture cases. I also voted high on Zeller Robotics, quite like the added value that they have, and also Cookie, but it's down my food tech lane. So I appreciate those three. But everyone did a great job today. Thanks a lot, Anna and Mary, for putting up a great event together.
Thank you, Albena, so much. Walid, do you agree with previous judges?
Yeah, I do agree up to certain level. My approach towards today pitches is like, as Steve Blank said, startup is a temporary organization searching for a scalable and repeatable business model. So my preference is based on this would be for Cookie, it would be for 10 lines, it will be for Axella. And I don't know much about beauty product, but from what we see from my wife and others, also this is a serious issue need to be tackled. I believe everybody today here is a winner. They have been very good presentations. But again, based on scalability and repeatability, have come around those top references. Thank you very much, Anna and the team. Great pitch, great presentations, and wish the luck for everybody.
Thank you, Walid, so much. Gaurav, what do you think?
Hi, Anna. Fantastic event. What a start to 2023. Yeah. Good event. So happy to be here. Thank you. Anna, I loved Cella Robotics and 10 Lines. I think they both got my highest votes and attention. All others did fantastic. I Am Robotics, Cookie, Epoch, and others. But I think Cella and 10 Lines were my top favorites for tonight.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gaurav, so much. Kai, who are your favorites?
All right. Yeah, great start of the year. Thanks for letting me be part of this. Really strong field, great pitches, some really good presentations. I have two favorites, and that's purely my personal preferences. First of all, Epoch boats, because I love the industry. I know quite a bit about it. The founders have experience in that industry, which is a big plus, and I see a real opportunity here. The second is Cookie. Very strong founders, a lot of experience in building and scaling, huge advantage. I would love to have this machine at the airport to finally get some decent, freshly cooked food. So those are good reasons for making these my favorites. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Kai, so much. Peter, so glad to have you with us. Are you as well? Glad to see those startups, and who did you glad to see the most?
Yeah, so what an absolute amazing event. I absolutely agree. It's a great to start a new year, especially now in challenging times with these amazing startups. So I have to say all presentations were really professional. Maybe not enough time to dig in special details, but amazing, good job done, guys. Amazing startups. So the German government found I would prefer to. So I have chosen the three. The first would be Cella Robotics because of my experience in the past. I know it's really complex and could be expensive to work with grippers. And I believe these guys, they did amazing good product. It can scale a lot, not only in Germany, but on global size. So I will have a special look on that. Cookie, love the guys, love the background experience, the product, how they build it. They limited the product and the focus on the food. I think this will definitely be taken closer look from our side for the investments. So great job done. The next one would be the Epoch boats. In Europe, we have a lot of lakes. It's really expensive to rent a house there. And there's really high bureaucracy, what you can drive or not. So Epoch boys, I will check your pitch deck for sure for the investment. And of course, the future delivery, if there will be legislation on hand, in the future, we would love to see the drones in the future. Not a lot of cars in the ground or trucks. I think it's too busy already, so we need to invest in alternative lines. So future delivery, I will take a look as well. So, but everybody, you did amazing, good job. So thumbs up.
Thank you. Yes, it was really hard. Our analytics team were crazy. We had so many startups, but only the best ones are worth your attention. Thank you so much. And Kelly, how did you like? You are always precise. Did you have 3 or 2 favorites today?
First of all, congratulations to all the startups. You did a great job. And thank you, Anna and Maria, Alex, for organizing such a great event to start the new year. So my picks based on my investment focus and my resources. So my first pick is Cella Robotics. And I think they have solid technology, and they are very smart to explore the market by starting with selling their sensors to tech companies. I may have one client for you. So Alexander, please send your business pitch to me. And another pick is I Am Robotics. Personally, I believe e-commerce future lies in logistics capabilities. So the market size is there and they have competitive advantages. So my third pick is Viridius Technology. They have solutions to decentralize the fresh raspberry production and decrease carbon dioxide emissions and food waste. When you are ready, please contact me. I may help you to explore the Canadian market. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Kelly, so much. Alexander, how are you today? Are you generous as always, or you are strict today?
I liked every startup today. Really, it was a really great event and really cool presentations today. Of course, we need just to choose some startups to whom we put higher marks. And it's interesting that today our groups of voters, like business angels, expert board, and official judges, voted differently. So
yeah, different opinion, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, the winner is different in every category, and so now we will sum all the votes and we'll know the winner.
Yeah.
But and very often, sometimes I just vote differently as not other official judges. But today it's very close. I like I put the highest mark to Zella, Cookie, and Beauty AI. I like Zella because of very sophisticated technology, and I believe it's really a great job that the guy's done. I like, I voted for Cookie because they have a really great team, and you know, they are from France, and I believe French know how to cook. So and of course, not of course, but it's not obvious because Beauty AI, okay. It's still early stage startup and many try to solve this problem, but I like the problem very much because I don't like when my wife is preparing for the event too long. So if it solve this problem, it will be great, and I believe the really big market will be open. So yes,
absolutely. Yes, I wonder if you can put makeup on in sleep, so you wake up and say, "Oh," it would be really fun. Thank you, Alexander, so much. So we are ready to know who the final winner is, and my music goes like this. So, Cookie, I like this startup. I would love to have a small one at home. Really do, yes, because like I need also a timer for my kids to have on time certain food, because right now I'm working as a robot like this. So congratulations from me personally, and it's your moment of glory. Please speak up. There
I cannot see Raphael.
Yes, yeah.
So
yes.
we will follow him up with congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Raphael. And dear judges, if anyone wants to say something, please do. Any feedback, welcome. I'm so glad to see you in 2023 and wish all of you that you will have 2023 more times for celebrations and happiness, because life is short and lots of different stuff is happening, but we have to find stay optimistic and do our best what we can to stay happy. And speak up, please.
And Alex and Maria, I really want to thank you for this consistent effort, especially considering all the situation that is happening around. And you did a very great start to 2023, I think. Congratulations to the winners today. And I believe everybody is a winner as well. And looking forward to a successful yet more challenging year. But I think with what a start we can see today, we're pretty much optimistic, pretty much bullish about VC, about the startup to make a difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Walid, so much. Yes, we have many surprises. Yes, Gary.
This is Gary. I just want to say, I've been doing this with you for a couple of years, and every time the bar gets higher and higher. You guys do an extraordinary job, whether it's Cookie or Butte AI, they're just incredible companies. I mean, I'm thinking how hard it is. I was picking vegetables and fruit down here in Florida, and I was thinking it's a pain in the rear end to do it. Isn't there a better way? And here we are, right? So just hats off one more time. And again, our hearts are with you. I know there's a challenging time in the Ukraine, and we're thinking about you as always.
Thank you, Gary, so much. Yes, doing our best for victory to come as soon as possible. Thank you. Kelly, no, it was Aldo. Yes, Aldo.
Yes, just want to say that it was very difficult to choose among those all of you, because each of you solve a different problem, and it is quite difficult to read. So each one have an own, based on the background. For example, I like both, so Epoch maybe, Cookie also. But I was worried about Cellular Robotics and have my fingerprint in a robot. They can do that, I hope.
You don't trust robots. Yes, we will.
I trust robots. Just try to make a joke, but in the future, I don't want anyone having my fingerprint and opening doors and everything.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand, Aldo. Yes, that worries me also. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. Next event is, girls, can we have it's e-commerce? Next one, next Thursday. Yes, we are on every Thursday. So please make sure you're with us. Many more events from partners in between Thursdays. Please check our website. And we are welcoming you to our next event. I'll see you all online. Have a wonderful week ahead. Have a wonderful weekend. All the best to you and your families.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Maria. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.